Naveen, who was seriously injured in an assault, has passed away.
ஸோ அவரை என்னால் காப்பாற்ற முடியல. அந்த நிமிஷம் அவர் வழியில் எப்படி அழுதுருப்பார், யாரை கூப்பிட்டுருப்பாங்க, அதை பற்றியெல்லாம் யோசிச்சு யோசிச்சு ரொம்ப ஒரு மென்டல் டார்ச்சராக இருக்குது.
That is the problem. Everybody says it's a small thing until something bad happens.
Have you ever thought of ending your life?
Yeah, I have actually. Yes, I have actually.
Bullying in Malaysia has taken a deadly turn. Is this something we created? What is bullying?
Bullying can be defined as a repetitive, aggressive behavior with an imbalance of power.
There's a lot of factors why people bully others. First, they want to get a feeling of power, purpose, and control over you.
According to Dr. Goh, a behavioral psychologist who studies bullying, most bullies don't see themselves as bullies. Instead, they rationalize their actions, that the victim deserved it, and that their vengeance was justified.
It is because of their aggressive behavior.
Abu is only 15, but he has already committed heavy assault on a classmate.
பால் ரத்தம் இப்படியே இந்த கிளி அப்படியே ஊற்றுது, கண்ணில் அப்படி சரி ஐப்ரோ கிட்ட அப்படியே ரத்தம் மேலே வண்டியில் எனக்கு அவர் என்ன பண்ணுங்க எத்தனோடனையும் செவுத்து அடிச்சிச்சு ரத்தம்.
Third, it is because we are low self-esteem.
What? You just really showing the world you insecure? Because everybody know that bullies is insecure. Like, why would you have to make somebody feel bad just so you feel better? That's sick. Like, why would you have to talk about somebody or get a few laughs and now you feel good at the expense of somebody else's pain? And what you don't know is that that person you're talking about that's hurting, that might not be as popular or as pretty or as successful as you, whatever you done made up in your mind that you think you are, just because that person might not be there, you have no clue. When they go home, they getting abused at home. And they dealing with their own drama at home. And they on the verge of quitting. And they come to school, the only place where they can find a little refuge. And they got to deal with your insecurities.
Udah tarik ya.
Most bullies are unfortunately people who have suffered really tragic experience and they try to take it out on the people around them. They must have been labeled useless, horrible, good for nothing, and they want to inflict the same pain on others.
Follow. Follow. Follow lang. Anh走，不要跟他一般见识。
Based on the research, especially on school bullying, it has increased massively in the past decades.
Bullying case in Malaysia has been on the rise with 2,825 cases in 2014 and 3,448 cases in 2016. And because most incidents of bullying go unreported, that's just the tip of the iceberg. What are the effects of being a bully and being bullied?
Bullying can affect everyone. Those who are bullying, those who are bullied, and those who are witness bullying.
I think it's starting to seem like even though one person died, it feels like 6 lives were lost that day.
Yes, I agree with you entirely. The bully, the perpetrators of this so-called bullying may also be a victim of. So therefore, it's not so easily just to point a finger at one person or one sect of society. We are all the culprits. When we see two students fighting, how many of us go downstairs and stop, don't fight? It's just that we take out our handphone and we flee. And we go back, we upload on Facebook and virally. This is what's going on. So we are also guilty, all of us.
First and foremost, it can affect towards people that been bullied.
Bullying also can decrease academic achievement.
They kicked hard, like painful. I was in kindergarten. My classmates would kick my legs really hard under the table till they bruised. And I would look under the table and it would stop and giggle and laugh. It came to a point that I actually pushed myself away from the table. I fell and my teacher came up to me and said, "I told you to sit down." I was just too afraid to tell her that, but they're kicking my legs. I was picked on for the silliest of reasons, I think. For being four eyes. I was picked on because I had a small bag. Anything and everything seems to be wrong with what I was doing. It came to a point, I think, that it kind of changed my personality. I became very timid. I insisted to my mom, I said, "I don't want to go anymore, please. I just don't want to go anymore." It was a project that the teacher told us to work on with a member of a family. One day I went to school and I saw that that project that I worked closely with my father was trampled on and thrown into the trash. And you know also what was quite mean about it? Our trash cans are usually at the end of the corridor. The trash can was literally brought to our class right outside so that I don't miss it. I thought about my father a lot at that point because I remember how excited he was, working on that project. It felt so personal. It's like, you're actually hurting my father and you can't do that. Maybe that's what gave me strength. It's either that I was gonna allow them to destroy me emotionally, or I could tell myself, you know what? How mean you are does not dictate my happiness. As a parent, I want to learn to guide my child that it's not okay to treat people like that. You wouldn't like it if it happened to you, so you don't do it to others. You gotta always be kind to others.
And lastly, bullies can contribute to health complaints.
Bullying is linked to many negative outcomes, including impacts on mental health, substance use, and suicide.
People to die at the hands of their bullies. But that doesn't mean it isn't as deadly. A British study found that half of all suicide cases in teens could be traced to incidents of bullying. And even if you survive, research shows that victims are more at risk of mental health issues, substance abuse, or becoming bullies themselves.
They reach a stage where they feel as though there's really no light at the end of the tunnel.
It is important to talk to a person, determine whether bullying or something else is a concern.
be a very quiet person in school because I used to be bullied. And my friends were picking on me because of the way I look. How one eye is smaller than the other, about how ugly and fat my nose is. You carry a Lim surname, but you don't look like a Chinese girl. I remember during PE days, my friends used to tell me, oh, so you should be the one going under the sun because you're already so black and dark. And when I went back home, I experienced the same with people who are close to me. And during times like that, I only had my mom.
By the way, I've never heard everything that she said, so...
Yeah.
This is the first time you're hearing this?
This is the first time I'm hearing this.
It made me be so quiet in school that I did not speak up. It had made me so conscious about how I look. I started getting myself into sports, into taekwondo, and that was my escape to school. And I did really well. It just hit me. Oh my goodness. It was my childhood. It was so painful.
It can affect anyone, not just in school, and you can carry it to the rest of your life. That's not something that I think most people think about.
Teachers have to be more observant of each student, and students at the same time have to reach out to your teachers and speak to them. It's a two-way thing.
I think parents also got to take a look. I don't believe children are naturally, instinctively out to hurt anyone. They learn the mannerisms, they learn the pattern, and they begin to think that's normal. So it's a vicious circle, but everyone has a part, everyone has to play their part.
Don't suffer in silence. Reach out to anyone. Tell someone what is going on, and together make a plan of action.
Make feeling better a priority. Do one thing every day that makes you feel different from yesterday.
Socializing. Don't isolate yourself. Make time for your family and friends.
When you start treating other people how you want to be treated, it's the golden rule. This ain't nothing new, but for whatever reason, the media, this new culture, it's got us on some me stuff at the expense of others, and it's gotta stop. I found out that 121 people per day commit suicide in America. That's a problem. People are hurting. And you got the power to save a life. You got the power to speak life. You got the power to let people know that they got worth and they got value. So we on character now. You becoming the best version of you can be. That's what I want you to do. So I don't want you just to excel in the classroom and to excel when it comes to that. I want you to excel internally too.
Stop bullying. Bullying is not fun. Together, let's stop bullying.